Good day. My name is David Wild, and this is the fourth part of a four-part lecture on globalization, Chapter 5 from Connect Master Management 2.0. In regards to global human resource management, as doing business across national boundaries becomes more competitive, the global search for organizational talent is at its peak. This is where the global human resource, or HR function, becomes critical. How international companies staff their foreign offices will have a direct impact on the effectiveness of their international operations. A firm's strategic focus, internationalization, and foreign locations will determine if the firm decides to use one of four different approaches to human resources. These are the ethnocentric approach, the polycentric approach, the regiocentric approach, or the geocentric approach, and we'll talk about each of these forthwith. The ethnocentric approach. Ethnocentric staffing is the most conservative of the staffing approaches. Utilizing this strategy, a firm seeks to fill key managerial positions with home country nationals, people from the organization's home country, because they understand the inner workings of the organization. The major weakness of hiring this group is the lack of development of managerial talent in the host country, which may lead to low morale among foreign employees, who may not see a clear path to career development or promotions. In addition, no one knows the market better than those who have lived in a foreign country for many years. As a result, the ethnocentric approach to staffing could lead to poor adaptation by expatriates and resentment by the local workforce. The polycentric approach to staffing seeks to have host country nationals, people from the subsidiary's country, fill key positions. One advantage to a polycentric staffing system is the intimate knowledge gained about the local culture and business markets. In addition, it is usually less expensive to hire a local manager than to train and transfer one from corporate headquarters. The major disadvantages of the polycentric approach are the lack of knowledge in the management position with regard to the home organization and the conflicting loyalties of the host country manager. Thirdly, we have the regiocentric approach. A regiocentric approach to staffing seeks to recruit regionally for an overseas management position. The major drawback of this staffing approach is that the new manager may be perceived by local workers as a home country national, even though that may not be the case. A geocentric approach to staffing seeks to recruit the very best manager for the position, whether he or she is from the home country, the host country, or the local region. This is made possible by the emergence of a globally savvy talent pool that has vast experience in international operations. No matter what the location or what the managerial job entails, a geocentric staffing approach seeks to find the best person for the job, regardless of nationality. Finally, the subject of expatriate selection. A second important function of the global HR team is the selection of expatriate managers. An organization's selection of expatriate managers is a complex, meticulous process. Matching the individual's skill set, motivation, and family situation with the right international assignment is the primary objective when selecting an expat manager. Research has shown that there are 5 areas that determine whether an expatriate will succeed or fail. These include job factors, cultural skills such as empathy and adaptability, the family situation, the expat's language skills, and his or her motivational state. Another important function of the global HR team is what is known as cross-cultural training. This training should help the expatriate learn skills that will help him or her improve social exchanges with host country employees. This improvement comes from reducing cross-cultural misunderstandings, miscommunications, and misperceptions. An important goal of cross-cultural training is to minimize the impact of both cultural shock and reentry or repatriation shock. Let's talk about both of those concepts. First, culture shock. This is the feeling of anxiety and apprehension one experiences when not knowing how to behave or act in new surroundings. According to researchers, culture shock happens over 4 distinct stages. Stage 1 is the honeymoon stage. Stage 2, the irritation and hostility stage. Stage 3 is the gradual adjustment stage, and the final stage, stage 4, is known as the biculturalism stage. Now, in regards to reentry and repatriation shock, as expatriates return home after their assignment is over, a process called repatriation, sometimes organizations are not exactly sure what to do with them. From the expatriate's point of view, they may feel unappreciated and forgotten. For expatriates to have a successful reentry, they need to figure out where they belong in the organizational structure and how they can achieve success. In addition, they do need organizational support. Finally, let's talk about women in international business. Organizations tend to be very cautious when it comes to sending women abroad on overseas assignments. Women make up over 40% of the global workforce, yet only 14% of assignments internationally are held by women. There are many purported reasons as to the underutilization of women in the global business arena. However, 2 that continue to come up are the risk associated with international assignments and the women's roles in their own families. So, in summary on global human resource management, the role of global HRM is to correctly determine the staffing strategy to be used in an international business expansion and what HR managers can do to ensure expatriate success. An ethnocentric staff approach involves filling key managerial positions with home country nationals because they understand the inner workings of the organization. A polycentric approach seeks to fill key positions with host country nationals. A regiocentric approach seeks to recruit candidates for an overseas assignment position from within a specific geographic area. A geocentric approach seeks to recruit the very best candidate for the position, regardless of where they might live. Cross-cultural training helps to prepare expatriates for culture shock in their international assignments, and repatriation training helps expats experience a successful reentry to jobs back home. And finally, opening up more expatriate positions to women would provide organizations access to a qualified, often underutilized talent pool. And with that, we conclude our 4-part lecture on Chapter 5 on Globalization from Connect Master Management 2.0.